have dark circles and I'm sad about it. Hi, it's Abeni Love, and today we're watching Baddies South the Reunion Part 2 recap by Sajada. I'm a little bit late with this one. I've watched both Part 2 and 3, I just haven't filmed yet. And I haven't watched Sajada's reviews yet just because I wanted to wait till I was ready to film to watch it. So yeah, we're going to watch that today.
Hey mob, welcome back to another Baddies South recap. Today we'll be discussing the Baddies South reunion part 2. Now before I start complaining about this damn reunion, to my regular viewers, thank you so much for coming back. Remember to like and comment, and to those of you who are new here, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Also hit that notification bell, that way you're notified when I upload videos just like this one. Okay, so lately, I've been trying to be more positive when it comes to Zeus's content. I've complained a whole lot about Zeus Network in general. Y'all have seen me go through my emotions where I'm completely drained from reviewing their content, etc, etc. But you guys, this reunion is literally proof as to why Zeus Network gets on me blood clot nervedom. I have tried time and time again to just accept them for who they are, but at some point, enough is enough. If I was Lemmy, I would be embarrassed. The way Zeus Network is ran is so unprofessional. Their shows are so unprofessional, their reunions are so unprofessional, and now their auditions are known to be utter chaos as well.
You know what? I can't lie, she's right about the reunion part 100%. I mean, the reunion was the most unprofessional reunion I've ever watched, and I like to watch reality TV, okay? I'm surprised at how, I don't want to say bad, but how bad it was. Just chaotic anyway.
Like, as a network, are you not embarrassed? Or is clout and money all you care about? Watching this reunion made me lose a few brain cells. Part 2 was even worse than part 1. Not to mention, Zeus has the audacity to make this a 3-part reunion. Okay, now that I got that out, let's jump into this recap. So part 2 of this reunion series picks up from Scotty and Rolly's fight. The set was pure chaos. Poor Janisha and Trina were sitting there for damn near 30 minutes trying to calm everyone down, and security was working overtime. Everyone is literally screaming. It was so hard to make out what anyone was saying. Scotty said she's not a fighter, but she was real busy trying to get her lick back. But can we blame her? Because if Rolly slapped me the way that she slapped Scotty, that entire set would have been torn up until I got to her. Even if I lost, it's the principle. Scotty did run up and kick Rolly though, and later on she snuck Rolly from the back while security was escorting her back to set. Do y'all feel like Scotty sneaking Rolly was justified? Let me know how you feel in the comment section down below.
I'm gonna just say yes. I don't know how many people would agree with that, but if you got bitch slapped and you already know you're not the type to, roll up on people like that, and you got bitch slapped, you wanna save face in it. So I think I would do that. If I couldn't get to you and I couldn't give you a proper slap back, I think I would do what I could to do a little bit of damage, because to be fair, Scotty wasn't expecting that slap. Scotty was minding her business, not minding her business, she was talking, like, oh, that's my friend, but she was looking in a different direction, I believe, like looking straight ahead, and my girl Rolly came and just gave her one dirty slap. So if you're looking the wrong way and I'm around after you just gave me a slap, I mean, you should be, what I mean? So I would say yes for this situation. Yes. In other situations, don't just be going around sneak attacking people, because
Meanwhile, Natalie and Slim are trying to get at each other too, but security did a real good job at holding each of them back. And Krishan was trying to narrate the entire reunion, and she found the chaos to be hilarious. While she's doing this, she calls Slim out. She found it weird that Slim was so focused on Natalie after Krishan's the one who snuck her from the side for jumping in someone else's fight. While the chaos on set is getting worse and worse, Natalie's eye is getting more and more swollen. She's completely over it and she's drunk, so she attempts to leave. When she walks outside, Sydney is still there. Like, ma'am, I don't even know why she was still standing outside for that long. Krishan mentioned on stage that it was after 2 a.m. and Sydney was really just standing outside waiting for her moment. I just don't understand it. Anyways, she attempted to have a conversation with Natalie, which of course Natalie declined at that time. But then she told Sydney that she could come on set when it's her time. If I was Sydney, I would have been left, but that's just me. Okay, so back to the reunion set. Krishan sneaks Slim out of nowhere, and I honestly don't know why. Her wig gets ripped off in the process, so she goes to the back, and of course Blueface was there. Krishan's in the back throwing a whole tantrum and saying that Slim basically deserved it. Remember, I told y'all, Krishan is super drunk as well. There was literally no talking sense into that girl. Jayla even had to beg for her to take her chains off since she wanted to fight so bad. So while chaos is going on in the back, Janisha attempts to have a conversation with Rolly and Slim. She asks how they've been since the show ended. Rolly says she's been great, the show has brought her more fans, and she's aware that she's the fan favorite. Being that she does music, the more clout, the better. Slim pretty much says the same thing without the fan favorite part. As the conversation is building up, Krishan comes back on stage and sneaks Slim for the third time. Now I see why you guys felt that Slim was being bullied. Don't get me wrong, am I mad that Slim jumped in Rolly and Natalie's fight? Yes. However, I've said this multiple times throughout reactions and reviews. If you fight somebody and you know you can beat them already, what is the point of constantly attacking that person? Slim hadn't said anything to Krishan, at least from what I've heard, and she barely looked at Krishan in the face. I know some of y'all think she's scary. We can agree to disagree on that. However, it's really not the point. I genuinely want to know why Krishan kept attacking that girl. Unprovoked at that. Was it the liquor? I don't know. I guess so. But y'all let me know how you feel about it in the comment section down below. Once things finally calmed down, Krishan has the spotlight first, and she talked about how she felt during the show. To be honest, Krishan was very drunk and she was talking in circles. She also kept interrupting Trina and Janisha every time they talked and tried to narrate the reunion. As a viewer, it was extremely frustrating to watch. So I'm going to do my best to summarize what she said. Long story short, she said she felt bullied. Y'all remember in the first episode, the girls were making fun of Krishan for being the baby and allegedly being dirty. Krishan took the time to call Sway out for attempting to bully her and for being extra just for camera time. Krishan also thanked Jayla for being her rock during the show because she doesn't like to feel alone, and Jayla was the only other cast member who took the time to get to know the real her. She also started crying as she was speaking her truth. She claims it was Hennessy tears, but the truth always comes out when you're drunk. Clearly, Krishan's feelings were hurt by what the girls were saying, and mostly Sway. When Sway tried to talk and say her piece, Krishan constantly interrupted her. This caused Sway to walk off stage for a while because she felt like the reunion was just a waste of time. After Krishan kept talking, Rolly got the chance to speak her piece as well as Jayla. But it was hard for them to make conversation because again, Krishan was interrupting. Trina and Janisha were being patient, but it was clear that they were getting annoyed. Also, Jayla was frustrated as well, but she spoke her truth about her relationship with Krishan and how she has her back regardless. She also mentioned that she didn't really entertain what the other girls were saying about Krishan. The only thing that she was concerned about was Krishan's mental state, since the girl pulled a fire alarm at an airport. So while the girls are having some type of dialogue on stage, Natalie is in the back screaming to the top of her lungs. Remember, she's drunk too, so she was just being extra. At one point, Scotty went back there to talk to her. Natalie told her that when she moves, Scotty needs to move too. Basically, Natalie was plotting on getting her lick back, and she wanted to ensure that Scotty was going to be right by her side when it happens. And I know I've mentioned this already, but y'all, Natalie's eye was so swollen. Aside from the drunkenness, I couldn't even take her seriously. Rolly even found it hilarious because she said Natalie is willing to get beat up if it means more ratings. That's just insane to me. But hey, it is what it is. Okay, so I pretty much summarized everything that was important. Well, technically nothing important happened, but I hope my recap made more sense than the actual reunion episode. For those of you that have Zeus and you watched the episode for yourself, feel free to touch on some things that I didn't touch on during this recap. But anyways, right before the episode cut off, Sway attempted to speak her piece about Krishan one more time. I think Sway was trying to say that yes, certain things happened on camera, but off camera, it was a different vibe between her and Krishan, and I'm assuming Sway doesn't think that she was bullying Krishan at the beginning of the season. Krishan, however, felt like Sway was being super fake, and as Sway was speaking, Krishan ran up. Sway was sitting down when Krishan randomly decided to run up. She did stand up, but I think it was a little too late. We'll see more of that next week, so I'll touch on that fight scene then. So, part 3 of the reunion is more fighting, Krishan fights Sway, Natalie runs up on Rolly again, and more fakeness and more arguing occurs. I actually have a video in mind to give Zeus their props as a network, being that they brought back a lot of iconic reality TV stars and shone the light on a lot of new ones. They've also gained a lot of attention over the past year. But the issue is, all attention is not good attention. So in that video I have coming up, I want to point out why Zeus will fail if they do not change their ways. It's so frustrating to want to support them when they've given me every reason as to why I shouldn't. But we'll talk about all of that another time. I hope all of you enjoyed this recap for what it was. I'm sorry there isn't more to talk about. This episode gave me such a headache, y'all. But anyways, let me know how you feel in the comment section down below. And if you haven't already, like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. I love you guys, and I will see you next time.
I don't know if this is an unpopular opinion or not, but I actually like Persuasion. Like, I watched her season on Bad Girls Club, and you know, I like, even though I think she was part of the bullying in the beginning to, what's that girl's name, Kaylee or something like that, with like Dream Doll and Winter. I like that she, in the end, she realised it was wrong and she tried to stand up for Kaylee. Like, I really like that about her, and she seemed real, like she'd been through a lot, but she was honest about her experiences and open. So when she come on this show, I was happy. I was like excited because I liked her, and then the whole talking bad about Krishan, and then she got washed as Krishan. I keep saying Krishan, like Krishan, because the American accents, they throw me off. They say Krishan. Krishan, washed her, in her own words, in the sink, and I can't lie, she did. She got destroyed. Yeah, I was kind of annoyed that, I really feel like her and Krishan could have overcome their differences and kind of, become friends, but I feel like Krishan may not have been completely open to that, and that showed definitely at the reunion. But yeah, I don't think, like Krishan, she was mashed up, man. She was ruining, I can't lie, she was ruining the moment a lot of times. And even though I do like her, there's something about Krishan that I really like, but then some of her actions I'm like, girl, like, but she's still young, innit? So she's learning. I'm sure she's been through a lot. Like, when she was crying and stuff, like, I felt really sorry for her. Like, you can tell she's been through some shit. So, I mean, hurt people in it. So I really can see that she has a lot of potential to grow, and be a good person. But yeah, that's it. I'm not gonna drag this any longer anyway. I'm gonna jump into part 3. It's a bit longer, but it's what it is. And see you in the next one. Bye.